Call the meeting to order. First thing we'll do is say pledge of allegiance at 7 o'clock.
Carol.
Pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
You do roll call, please.
Mayor Bustick.
Here.
Alderman Monteleone.
Here.
Alderman Hamilton.
Here.
Alderman Slattery. Alderman Ben.
Here.
Alderman Broughton.
Here.
Alderman Witzig.
Here.
You have a quorum.
Yeah, we'll open the regular meeting at 7 p.m. Reading and approval of the minutes of the meeting March 17th of 2025. Everybody have an opportunity to read through the minutes? I'll entertain a motion to approve the minutes.
I have a question.
Go ahead, Mike.
Let me find it here. Cancel. Something else. Sorry.
You good?
Good.
I'll entertain a motion to approve the minutes. Tammy, a second.
I'll second.
Carol, is there any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes and the minutes are approved. Citizens' comments and petitions?
None.
None? Okay, it's passed. Okay, no comment from the citizens. Number 3.1 is reports officer committee. 3.1 is the mayor and board of aldermen. I'm going to go ahead and defer my comments until 7.0, miscellaneous. Any of the aldermen want to report, Joe?
No report.
Marty?
No report.
Carol?
Not really, we'll be commenting with Ian on the event planning and all that, so.
Okay. Mike?
I just had a couple of questions here for follow-up. Teresa, could you check 9932 Slevin for me and see what, there seems to be a lot of activity on that in the county's records.
Well, there is a person that has applied for inspection.
Right.
This person is in the process of purchasing a home. I received an email from them today that the closing has been pushed back till 7/1.
Oh, okay, okay.
The closing of the home, it already sold.
According to the person I spoke with.
Who'd you speak to, Mincer?
No, there's a single occupant, and I spoke with her through email.
As a rental?
No,
Or a sale?
she's purchasing it.
Okay.
And the one other one here, 9916 Jan, there's on the county site, there's a note there regarding a zoning permit for something.
The real estate agent came in today and applied for an inspection. It's an occupancy inspection.
Okay.
And I sent it to county for an occupancy inspection.
Okay, so zoning's,
No zoning, just a residential occupant. She's gonna list it for sale for the owners.
okay. We're keeping up on it. Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Anything else, Mike? That it, Mike?
That's it.
Yeah. Okay. Everybody have an opportunity to read through the permits, the permit log, and the comments from the prosecutor on the 4 cases they had. Hopefully,
Yeah.
you see the progress we're making there. City attorney, did Paul have anything to report?
That's my knowledge now.
Okay, city engineer.
Quick update, our street project, our parking lot project with Lawrence. I believe the contract finally got signed by all parties. So we are, once that's done, we can get a schedule from the contractor. I told him September 14th is the deadline for the 30th anniversary that we'd like to have it all done. He thinks it's gonna be just a couple of weeks once it gets started. At the very most. Today we have the striping bid in front of you that we can discuss for your recommendation or approval. And then also, on Thursday is the deadline for submittal of our street project at Green Park Commerce for full pavement replacement. We have not gotten any bids on that yet, but bid opening will be on Thursday. That's all I have.
City clerk, Teresa?
I'm going to defer everything over to Anna with sickage, and she's going to give a treasurer's report. She is on the phone. You cannot see her, but she can hear, and you'll be able to hear her hopefully. Anna?
Yep. Is everybody able to hear me okay?
Pretty good.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay, perfect. And then Teresa, did you happen to send out the update that I had sent over?
Yeah, the memo on what you and I have been working on?
Yeah, yep.
Yes, they have a copy of it in their packet.
Okay, perfect. So, if it's okay with the board, I'll just go over this memo. And if you do have any questions, please feel free to stop me. I'm just going to kind of summarize what Teresa and I have been working on so far, and then what our plans are and next steps as far as getting some financials up to date for the board. So before I get started, does anybody have any general questions for me?
No one has any questions, Anna.
Okay, perfect. All right. So if you're looking at the memo, I'll just go through this briefly, but there's a few things that Teresa and I have been working on since our engagement began at the beginning of April. The main item, first step, is getting ready for your FY24 audit, and it's looking in QuickBooks. It did appear that there was some activity from October through December that hadn't been reconciled yet. So I worked with Teresa to prepare the bank reconciliation for October, November, and December 2024, including developing a list of outstanding checks. I worked with Teresa to record any journal entries necessary to accurately reflect the cash balances as of 12/31/2024. So as of right now, the trial balance looks pretty good as of 12/31. I've reviewed that and cited the support for a number of the balance sheet items. There are a few last statements that Teresa's working on, and as she was getting some access to some of the accounts, but overall, everything's looking good there. As far as 2025 goes, I took a look, because again, we started April of 2025, I wasn't sure what had been recorded so far in QuickBooks. It did look like the only things that had been recorded was the activity that, Teresa and I think Diane with the deposits, those AP and deposits that get reported through that processing. Those are in QuickBooks, but some of the other, electronic items have not been recorded. The items that your prior accountant was more responsible for were not updated at all in 2025 from what I can see. So you'll see that in our next steps as we get caught up with 2025. We also assisted with preparing a few of the tax levy estimates that the board requested, and then obviously I've had a few discussions with Teresa to understand some of the current processes and identify opportunities where we can improve efficiency and accuracy. So I feel like we're off to a good start as far as getting you ready for that 12/31 audit and getting a good understanding of what we can improve upon going forward. Before I dive into next steps, does anybody have any questions over those items?
No. They're saying no, okay?
Okay, all right, perfect. So next steps, as I mentioned, hopefully by the end of this week, we're going to have a final FY24 trial balance for the audit team to work through. So like I said, just a few more items to tie out there, but I feel like they're going to be able to get started here at the end of June with the audit. Next most important part is to catch up on the 2025 monthly accounting. So we'll assist Teresa with preparing the bank reconciliation and recording the journal entries needed in QuickBooks to get 2025 up to go into your QuickBooks account and look at the financials and have an accurate depiction of where things are at. The other item is to really utilize QuickBooks to the fullest potential. So as of now, from what we can see, the bank reconciliations were happening manually outside of QuickBooks. While QuickBooks does have a really robust feature as far as preparing the reconciliations within the software. So our goal is to create customized, both the reconciliation items and some financial reporting tools within QuickBooks, so that at any point if the board is looking for budget for actual data or anything along those lines, that we could just have Teresa pull that report very easily out of the QuickBooks system. Another pain point that Teresa pointed out is that, as of right now, the city's only accepting cash payments, and obviously, as most of us probably know, a lot of us use electronic payments when we're going places. So I want to look into some options to provide the board with options for accepting electronic payments. Really, we want to focus on solutions that will integrate effectively with QuickBooks Online, so that it's a seamless process as far as accepting the funds and making sure they're being recorded correctly in the system. I do have a large team here at Sickage that works outside of the government space with a lot of businesses in QuickBooks, so I know that we have some expertise in that area. So I'll be getting some of their opinions on what are the best, vendors to utilize if you do want to move forward with the electronic payment method. On the other side of that, I know one of the pain points is that right now with paying the bills every couple of weeks, as far as everybody knows, I think the mail is a little bit slower than it used to be, and so getting invoices by mail and sending out checks by mail often may result in some late payments. So Teresa's going to work on a list of vendors that would be good to identify to implement electronic vendor payments. Again, we want to make sure that both the board has approved those payments to go to either ACH or AutoPay, and that we have a good reconciliation process in place so that we're not just making the payments and not having them reported correctly on the back end. So it'll be a little bit of a longer process. We want to basically try to get that implemented by the end of the year, but you want to make sure you're implementing it correctly rather than quickly. And so I will work with Teresa to identify those vendor payments and get those to the board for your guys' approval. As I mentioned, automating some account reconciliations in QuickBooks, and then finally improving the treasury management process. I know this has been a big pain point with Teresa as far as Simmons Bank goes, and some of the reporting to Simmons Bank for what is basically positive pay. Positive pay is a great thing to have. It helps, prevent fraud. But if it doesn't work well, if it's not getting the correct data, then it can cause a lot of issues and a lot more time on the back end. So we want to make sure that we have it implemented correctly so that it's not actually causing more checks to bounce or things getting returned and things like that. So I think getting a good understanding of what the issues are and then getting that to work correctly is another goal here in 2025. The one item that's not on this memo is that Mike Williams, who I think you're all familiar with if you've worked with him on the audit, he's our tax levy expert. So when it comes time for the board to levy taxes later this year, our team can definitely assist with completing all the necessary forms to get that tax levy implemented. So I know that's a lot of information. I apologize that I'm not there in person today. I know it's a little bit of short notice on my end, but I was talking to Teresa, and I really would like to come see and meet everybody once I do have some reports available so that you all can give us feedback on what you like, what else you might want to see, and how things are going. So I think that we're going to aim for the August meeting because that'll give us a little bit more time to get caught up on that 2025 accounting. And then we'll have some more financial reports for you all to see at the board meeting. With that being said, happy to answer any questions that you guys might have over that information or anything else that may have come up.
Okay, Hannah, it does not appear that anyone has any questions for you.
Okay, perfect. Do you want me to hang on the line in case anything comes up, or do you want me to drop off? I'll leave it up to you.
I'm good. She did a great job.
Okay, no, they're saying that you did a great job, and go ahead and enjoy your evening.
Okay, well, I appreciate it, and I look forward to meeting you all, hopefully in August. So everybody have a great evening.
Thanks,
Bye.
Anna.
We'll talk soon. Bye.
Also included in your packet is the invoices that we have copies for you to look over, and the transaction that should list the various checks that are written in this one. Any other questions? Report. 3.6 is county police report. Sandra.
All right, for the month, I don't even know what month it is anymore. All right, for the month of May, we had 366 calls. Out of that, 115 directed calls, self-initiated 251, 31 reports, 3 arrests, 1 drug arrest, 5 larcenies, 3 auto thefts, a lot of frauds, 2 burglaries, 1 vehicle accident, and 2 domestic. A lot of larcenies are from, we have Walgreens, and then also with the new system now that they have, you can report certain larcenies online. So if your plates get stolen or your tags or whatnot, you guys can, I don't know if you guys know it, but maybe in the next, like, City of Green Park letter, we can put that on there, because people can report certain frauds. Like if the license plates are stolen and whatnot, you can enter the information online and report it without calling us if it's something that's like non-investigative. So several plates stolen, a couple domestics at the senior home, of course. 2 vehicle tests, but those are failure to returns from one of the Sun Truck dealerships. And then the drug arrest is from Denny's. Yay, Denny's. That's about it. Unless anybody else has any questions.
Where were the burglaries, were where?
So the burglaries are on Linval, those storage units in the back. So it's kind of hard. One of the officers is working on it, trying to get the video, because they do have the video, but it's the matter of when people don't know when it happened. So we gotta work within, in the last 7 to 15 days. So it was 1 storage next to each other. So there's a couple items that were taken out of there, but we're working on that.
All right, thank you.
Yes, ma'am. Anything else?
So the larcenies, were any of those in the residence?
I'm sorry?
Larcenies, were any of those in the residence? Neighborhoods?
2, so out of 5, 3 were at Walgreens and 2 are plates being taken. So I can't tell you, like, people call when they're at home to report the plates being stolen, but it's when they notice it. We don't know where they were taken, so. Anything else? Nope. All right.
Thanks, Sandra.
Can I bounce back to the statements just real quick? I appreciate the copy of the statement, but I'm wondering if, do we really feel like we need a copy of every Ameren bill that was paid? And so what I'm saying is we look at the bank statement and see that all the Ameren bills were paid and all the other charges. But then, and I think it was requested, which is why you did it.
Right, yes, ma'am.
But, we're using a lot of paper, and I think it's silly to, we got a copy, payment confirmation for every single thing that is on the bank statement, which, is there any sense in that? Do any of you feel like we need that?
Yes.
Why is that when we're looking at the bank statement? So we see that Ameren was paid, like 5 Ameren bills, and yet we are literally looking at confirmation for Ameren, confirmation for Ameren, confirmation for Ameren. Why do we need that?
I don't think it would hurt to have.
So you want to see that?
Yeah.
Even
Well,
though it's
too, sometimes
right here.
things get appropriated in the wrong area too, but this does break it down. I don't matter one way or the other to me, but, it kind of correlates to what's on the other page, kind of like us being able to cross-reference it, so I guess that's what you're getting
Yes,
at.
we're experiencing a rather unusual time in this city's history. And it's nice for the aldermen to actually know what's going on and how the things work.
Right, I felt like I.
Which we haven't really known that in past times.
Right, transparency is great.
So let's just keep doing this until we figure out it's no longer necessary.
You can leave by now.
Okay. Good thought process,
It's
though.
redundant.
I
I mean,
don't
I
like-
can see right
I
here
don't
that
like
Ameren is
extra
taken
bid.
out. I don't need to see a confirmation. Just my opinion on that.
Do you still want the Ameren or just
I like
the
the
confirmation?
statement, but I do not need all the confirmations. I mean, there's like
You just want the
15
statement.
confirmation pages in there,
Okay.
yeah,
Okay.
with a confirmation number. I mean, obviously, it's been confirmed because it's on the statement.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, if it's more trouble to, to remember
just
not
want a
to do
copy of the
mine, go
statement,
ahead and
that's
copy
fine.
it, whatever is good for you.
Okay.
Anybody else? Okay, 4.0 is unfinished business, we have none, correct?
Thank you.
The new business, 5.1, is resolution 398. Resolution authorizing the mayor to execute a contract for the City of Green Park Street Pavement Striping 2025 project. Jerry, can you explain it just briefly?
Yes, as requested, we went out to bid for the striping of Green Park Road and Mueller Road. We asked for reflective paint, beaded paint, mow down standard. We gave the contractor all the units and the quantities, and Trademark bid the project, and we have experience with them. They through R.V. Wagner striped Linwood Business Court when we were doing that late in the year next to Aldi's. So they have bid on the project. It's before you for discussion and approval if that's where you want to go.
Anybody have any questions? Bob?
You've reviewed this and looked over the.
Yeah, it's basically a dollar a foot, which is the going rate. I think Green Park Road may be a little tricky with traffic control.
And using reflective paint too.
No.
You've all experienced Green Park Road, so I'll get with the contractor once you guys pick the contractor, and then we can discuss. Mueller Road's not too bad for traffic control, but Green Park Road can get a little tricky.
Bills? Any other questions?
Once we approve this, when will they be able to start?
We'll get with the contractor and try to get a schedule.
Do you have an idea how long it will take?
I'm not sure, and like I said, Mueller Road's pretty easy, but Green Park Road can get tricky, and then of course you gotta make sure the traffic doesn't drive over it. So we'll have to see what we'll ask, in the contract, we've asked for a schedule to be submitted to the city once they're ready to go. Hopefully we're done before cold weather
Yeah.
and snow and ice. That would be ideal.
Anybody else? That being said, I'll entertain a motion to adopt resolution 398.
So moved. So moved.
Second?
Second.
Ron, second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, nay? The motion passes. 5.2 is the Great River Greenways Bridge Project, a discussion of waiving review fees and approving the municipal zoning approval letter.
The Great River Greenways do have a project going on here in Green Park. Derek would be better off telling you about the project. They are asking that our $5,000 review fee be waived. That is a price that's usually used as a safety net type thing. Actually, it's supposed to be like 1% of their estimated project cost. So we just usually go right about 5,000.
I could add to that. In the past, we've audited the accounts to see how much it is for review and inspection fees, and that's based on your zoning code $400, $120, that allows you to get reimbursed for expenses incurred by the city. The project that came through, what they're doing in our area is they're on Grants Trail. They're on the other side of the Gravelly Creek, and there's 3 old bridges that they need to replace, and they're going in with box culverts. It's a good design. MSD reviewed it. They've reviewed their flood study, engineering, and that portion of it is good to go. They need to get their permits. One is a grading permit, and the other one is a right-of-way permit, because their entrance is off of City Green Park Road, city-maintained Green Park Road, right there by the trail, next to 55. So they've applied for a right-of-way permit application. They do not have a contractor. They've applied for a grading permit application, but they have to go to the county for any kind of SWIP, stormwater pollution prevention plan. They have submitted all the permit fees, but in addition to the permit fees, right away we require insurance and surety, and grading we require surety. It's a $1,000 bond. In addition to that, we've identified that we're going to request $5,000 review inspection fee. We've asked for those funds. The total cost of the project is $836,000, so we could have asked for $8,300 for the review inspection fees, but based on our audits, we don't believe that that's going to be necessary for that review. They've contacted us and requested a waiver of that fee because they are a public agency and they non-for-profit, I would say. And they have told us verbally that most of the municipalities in St. Louis County have waived their fees based on them being government agency and non-for-profit. So they submitted an email, if you had a chance to read it, and they're requesting for your consideration a waiver of the fees, which is $5,000.
Sure.
They have not paid the insurance or the surety bonds.
Correct. They have not
They're
paid.
waiting for a contractor.
Typically, a contractor pulls the permits and they'll come in with the insurance and the sureties. They do not have a contractor because the contract hasn't been awarded, because St. Louis County is waiting for our zoning authorization to continue the process of final approval. So it's a catch-22. County won't approve it without the city. City's asking for their information they need, and also insurance and sureties and fees to be paid. They've paid the grading permit fee. They've paid for the right-of-way permit application fee. They still have to do sureties and insurances, and they have identified that the contractor will do that. The last portion of it was the $5,000 review inspection fee that the Kid City can get reimbursed for expenses incurred of review by their consultants.
Is it wise for us to release that?
Well, again, a lot of times we have agreements amongst agencies that if they don't charge us fees, we don't charge them fees. I believe it's a reciprocal agreement. I don't know if we have one with Grants Trail, but again, it's for the public.
Is this like extending a courtesy, basically?
Yes. So they don't charge us, we don't charge them, kind of. So they are a public agency.
Is there a reason why we would not do this?
You'll be maybe the only city in.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, there's no real reason why.
I have a question for Joe. If we waive the fees, are we incurring any unnecessary liabilities along with doing that?
I don't think so. The fee question is aside from the review. I mean, we'll still be reviewing, we'll still be ensuring it's, built up to standard and whatnot. So the waiver of the fee, I don't think changes that calculus.
For being a good neighbor, basically.
I think so. It's not uncommon, like MSD fees get waived depending on the community.
Fire department,
Yeah.
work with the other agencies. We always support them, they support us.
Maureen?
I'm gonna have to disagree with that.
Who doesn't
The fire
support us?
department had us pay their fees, but they did not pay their fees. And we both know that
that's-
happened recently.
That's the fire chief, he's Iron Pants.
Okay.
What do you think, Maureen?
Who's the fire chief? Isn't he back there?
Burkle? Is it Burkle? our street logo.
So do we need to vote on that?
Show of hands. Voice vote, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Waive the fees.
We'll inform the applicant so we can continue on with the review. And hopefully they'll get the approvals quickly, the county.
That it. 5.3 is discussion of the 30th anniversary. Ann Howard, I'd like to address this. Ann's done a real good job working on this committee and putting a lot of things together, so we thank her very much.
Understatement.
Yeah, thank you.
No problem. Just wanted to keep you informed of what's going on real quick, and I didn't want to get buzzed off on my 3 minutes, so I thought we went to a discussion question here. First of all, Jack Buck III has agreed to be our MC. And I saw him and I said, considering your family history of broadcasting, would you want to be our MC? And he said, sure. So we're good with that, so put it on his calendar. We are checking into getting a special event permit from the county. I got one email that said we did not need it from the girl at the permit office. Teresa got an email from somebody else and said we do need it. So we have to figure this out. We may need a permit for the mobile stage as a temporary structure. And I've got to call into the Sunset Hills guy, but he's on vacation till tomorrow, so I'll find out for sure if they have one, if we need one. That's another issue, but one person says one thing, another says another, so we're not sure about this one. So Teresa said she would check into that for me, taking care of that. Nadine Hudson, who's right here, by the way, is working on our historical display. So if anybody has any pictures, old maps, any information, please give it to Nadine. And I have a great thing for us here that everybody will know about. We're going to have a nice display when we have our party. We are working on getting a proclamation from the St. Louis County recognizing our anniversary. We do have one from the 20th. It's up in the wall in City Hall. Let's look at it. And hopefully they'll make, it's all online now, so I've already gotten onto that, but they can declare September 14th as the City of Green Park Day, so I'll have our own day then. We have decided that no pets will be allowed. Service animals, of course, but we don't want people bringing their dogs and cats and whatever, so if you know anybody, just tell them no pets, because we had an issue a few years ago with extra dogs, so. But you will be able to bring your own coolers, drinks, whatever, and everybody has to bring their own chairs or blankets to sit on. We're not going to provide any of that stuff. So far, we've received 44 donations, with cash donations up to $2,720, 134 gift cards worth $16.05, and then we have 19 tennis prize baskets. So we wanted to get a total of 30 tennis prize baskets for their 30th year, so we're still in need of that. I gave everybody a list of suggestions for baskets, so I really do think the board should all provide at least a few of them. You guys should. They're not very hard to come up with. You just go to the Dollar Tree and get a bunch of junk. And Carl just brought us a nice Mardi Gras basket, and it was lovely. So
Very nice, it was very nice.
Yes, Carol has, stuffed minis, and I got some stuff, so, we just need more stuff, so we can have everybody involved here. We do have some promised donations, and I'll start calling them back again, because we'd like to have everything by August 1st, because I'll be on vacation the end of August, and first week of September, so I need to get all this together before, that last week. So if you could please get a basket to me, I would really appreciate it. We're going to have tote bags, water bottles, stadium cups, keychain stickers, all with the Green Park logo to give away to the first 500 families. However, the cost of all these items has become a real issue with the committee. I said it all out here, but it was about $4,000, which we kind of think that was a little excessive. So we came to still are divided on what we want to give out and that. So that's why we were talking to the board and all of our residents here on what you guys want us to do, because I just thought it would be better to have more representation of who wants what. So so far we talked about getting the bags, which they're over there, that green tote bag there. Oh, Carol has it on her chair there.
I do?
Yeah, it's right there.
I don't know, someone must have put it there.
He said
You looked right at her. You looked right at her.
Come on, Carol.
Anyway, that's the total.
Oh, we're looking at it.
Yes, I want to see it.
I know what it looks like. They're nice, but the dark one is what, we kind of like the dark one better, of course, you know, I, don't wanna put any ideas in anybody's heads, but I really like these water bottles, I'm sorry. So, there they are.
So that's the main issue, is, first of all, shipping on these things were gonna be $800, which I kind of thought was like ridiculous, so. But then I went down to the, what's called Relentless 13 or 314 t-shirts, it's down on Lynn Ferry. I took her the dark green bag, that's why I know what one she was looking at. And they said they can get the same bag, and it's gonna be 8 cents difference in price.
You have to get a sample.
Well,
They can tell you it's gonna be the same, I'm sure they want the business, and I would like for our local people to get the business. Ask them to give us a sample bag. That's all you gotta do.
She said that's the brand they use, she
Well,
looked at
the
the tag
brand
and
has
said that's
different
it, so.
degrees of these bags. Unfortunately, I found out one year when I switched my order over to a more economical by mere pennies, and it was nowhere near the quality of these bags. So my suggestion is, if we don't get a sample to see it or even feel it, don't count on it being the same. And that's only out from my experience, so.
Okay. So I just wanna know, what people want. We don't have to give out anything. If you'd rather not, like I said, it all adds up real quick. Even just the bags alone, we're gonna be, $1,200 almost. So either, one company or the other, there's still about $1,200. The water bottles were $1,600 almost, so keychains were $235, the cups were $440, so, like you said, we could skip it all, we could put out parts of it. I just don't wanna make the decision myself, so. This is the discussion part.
You know I have an opinion on it. So, I think that, so we're gonna have, did I read correctly, there's gonna be hot dogs?
Yes,
Okay, so hot dogs, chip, a drink,
great.
there'll be games, there's way more attendance prizes than, like, personally I would have ever done. And we don't even know how many people are coming. We said the
That is
first
a problem.
500, I don't see it happening personally.
Well, we have 2,000
And
people, so
the
we're hoping at least
space
get a.
alone. But I mean, I'm just saying, like, I don't know, I think there's better ways to use the residents' taxpaying, their money. So much stuff will end up at the Goodwill or in the trash. I feel like, Dean and I were talking, most of us have our favorite water bottle, you work out or you go for a walk. I'm not seeing that, I'd say half maybe of what you give out, people are gonna keep and use.
We started with one item, then okay, maybe two.
Right.
And Ann's a good listener, and we respected everybody's
Right.
thought process. I think you were at one of the meetings, but you had other stuff to do and really didn't get back to it, but you've been staying up with it, but it just got more. Keychains, and stickers,
Keychains, I
and,
mean.
and then I bowed out because I charge for my event planning. I have tons of things to give away to children and to adults, and those things aren't free to me. And the setup, it'll ruin my day. I'll be working my butt off, but I know I'll get a lot of help because you had mentioned you've got people that can help me with that.
Yeah, but what are we talking, we need to go back to.
Well, I bowed out of that to offset the cost if somebody wants to get the bags and things. In City Hall, we kind of discussed it. Those bags would be a great gift for the new residents that come in if we have any extras. And we can give them what Nadine is putting together in the tote bag when they're getting their occupancy permit and all the other stuff, the trash, just everything about the city of Green Park. It'd be a nice thing to have.
The tote bags I was more leaning to because.
Oh, I love them.
There will be some things, you might use the tote bag to go to Aldi's or Schnucks or
That's what I
take your
use
kids
mine
to the
for.
park, but I'm just saying personally, the water bottles, just in my opinion, not pushing it down anybody's throat, I just don't, I think that's a lot of money. Stickers, I don't see anyone really using Green Park stickers on anything.
Well, that was we have one young member of our group, and she said kids love stickers, and that's who they were, and young people love stickers.
Well, what are the stickers? They just say Green Park?
Yeah,
I mean,
It's
they're-
our round logo on a round sticker.
Right,
And where they
yeah,
gonna-
I've got a picture of it.
Right,
It's
but-
just
But
a
she just
seal
said
on
this
Green
was,
Park
they
logo.
wanted this
And then
for
where
the
they gonna-
kids, because the kids weren't gonna get anything then, so
But,
it's like.
but the bags are the big
But the
deal.
kids are gonna get something, they're gonna get prizes for playing the game.
No,
So,
not
right?
if Carol isn't gonna give them out, so.
Well, I
that's
was
not
trying to
the problem.
offset all this.
Wait, what did you say you charge for your event planning? This is a committee with Green Park, there is nobody getting paid.
Well,
Am I
were
misunderstanding?
you donating all the stuffed animals and everything and doing pig races? It's pig races and all that. I'm doing it as an event planner. Do you want to donate to purchase all the prizes?
Well, the city would put money aside, correct, the city of Green Park? I mean, we do have
But
funding.
I'm under the umbrella of an event planner. Well, if you have a problem with that, I don't know, you can get a
No,
replacement.
so, no, you should
You
not.
can get a
The
replacement for
money, or
that.
the games, or not the games, the stuffed animals or whatever we're giving away
It's a lot of stuff.
should be paid for by your budget, but it should be overseen by everyone too, without just one person going out.
Well, I'm going in as an event planner, I'm not giving you receipts for everything. I have things I've purchased that are nice from even 4 years ago, I'm not gonna give you a receipt for that.
So we're paying you for helping
You're
with
paying,
this picnic?
you're paying for this, and see, this was part of the reason that I wanted to step away. I had heard negativity.
No, I'm just asking
I had heard
questions.
negativity about it.
Not
And
for
I'm
me,
gonna be-
'cause
I'm
I
not gonna
didn't
be
know.
written up in the call is, the alderman rips off the city by charging them for an event.
Well, I didn't know
I
this
mean,
until now.
I'm not
so.
gonna do it for free, that's okay, we don't have to do it, that's why I disengaged.
But Ann's,
And to
Ann's not
offset,
getting
and to
paid.
offset the money.
Ann's not getting paid for all the work she's doing, and Nadine's not getting paid for.
Well, she's not buying a boatload of gifts and prizes.
Well, that's what I said, the money should come out of the budget, but
I'm not going in on that level of what you're talking about. I'm going in as an event planner. Either you're hiring me to do it, or if you have a better plan, go with that plan, I'm okay. You know, you're coming in at the last minute on this because you don't know the details, and I know you had personal things you had to get away. But
well, I've been keeping up through emails and
That's
through people that
that's
have
the
been
way it
attending.
is for me, that is what I do, that will not change. And if you have an alternate idea, it's probably best if I don't do it, I don't need the negativity,
What would you charge for this? That's the question.
you know,
Right
it
now.
would not go over 1,500 by the time I'm done, it's gonna end up less. I put a cap on it at that.
Well,
You
that's,
know?
I mean, that's 1,500.
And honestly too, if it rains and things are ruined, I wouldn't charge anything. A lot of people don't do that.
What is the 1,500 cover, Carol? I'm
It
asking.
covers as an event, do you know what an event planner is?
Yes, I do, but I don't think we
Okay.
should be paying you for service, I think we should be paying you for the things that you purchase.
Okay, well, that's not what I do. So if you think that, then you should get another person that would do that.
I think maybe.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea, because I bowed out already, I'm already out.
Because I mean, Gabby's not getting paid, Nadine's not, I mean, nobody's getting paid, I'm
Well,
not
they're not bringing a
understanding.
booth, they're not bringing tents, they're not bringing anything in. I don't understand what you're asking me, I don't understand why you don't
I
understand.
thought you were contributing, like Tommy's contributing, or somebody's contributing the popcorn machine and the free popcorn and all that, I thought.
Do you know how much things cost?
But you already got the pig record, don't you already own those? The game?
The prizes.
The prizes, you should get paid for it, but if we're spending $1,500 or even $1,000 on prizes, that's crazy.
Well, then, that's why I
I've worked
bowed
on
out.
millions of committees,
Yeah.
I've never spent that kind of money.
I bowed out because of that. I knew there was an issue, I heard the
You
undertone.
didn't hear from me, because I just heard about it.
Well, I don't know about that, but anyhow. You
see me on email,
You
but that
made the
didn't have
remark
anything
about
to
it,
do with you.
you made the remark about that the first day, and I didn't think it was gonna be an issue, but see, this is not like a one-day planning. This is not something I throw together, you know? And
So
has everybody else worked hard? Yeah, you darn right they worked hard. And got us so far into this, that at this lull right here, where we're trying to figure out what to do, had you have not dived in this and gone the extra mile with your tenacity, you know, we didn't want to be down the road and figure out, oh, we got a problem, we don't want this, we don't want that. I mean, every facet of this was perfect because of you. Because of you.
if we don't use Carol, then we have to go to a company who does
You can find a company, I'm
games
sure.
and prizes and that, and I don't know,
So, Ann, let me-
somebody will have to come up with that.
Tammy can search
So
for a company.
I'm not undermining what any of you have done, I appreciate all of you, and you have gone like, Nadine told me, I think you single-handedly went to all the businesses, that is insane, so thank you for that.
Yes.
So what I'm about to say, please do not be offended, because you have been amazing. I don't think the picnic has to be so huge, so in the past, James Mello and Diane have pretty much, am I incorrect, Tim, have pretty much single-handedly done all of the past Green Park picnics. And then I helped out a year, so we went and got the soda and the ice and the water and the snacks from Sam's, and we hired the band in the bandwagon, and a balloon artist and a face painter.
Are you getting enough volunteers helping you?
But what I'm saying is, it was done by like 2 or 3 people. It was manageable, very little money was spent. You know, I don't see how this is getting so like crazy, so out of hand.
Well, we're trying to make it similar to the 20th anniversary, which did have all this stuff. We had the firemen, we had rides, not rides, but games and
Yeah.
band and the whole bit. So we're making it a little bit
The
more
band
than the
we
neighbor,
need.
than the
Yeah, and
yearly picnics.
the band we need, I mean,
Right.
you got, what's a picnic?
So-
And there is
without
also,
music?
So
let me,
that's why we wanted games for the little kids.
well, let me
We're gonna have
remind them,
bigger
the
people.
little
Let's do
kids,
some simple games.
the
I
little
mean,
kids do play Connect Four with an adult or a parent, let them play. I'm bringing 2 of my giant Connect Fours, you know what those are, the Connect Four games. I've got 2 brand new, beautiful, gorgeous cornhole games that I got at Steinmark Closeout. $55 for $14.99. They're gorgeous. I'm bringing those. You've got the cornhole. That I can just bring that. That's fine. But
I
you know,
just think we needed games for the little kids, like either
And
duck
it's not a
hunt.
bad idea,
I thought the
but-
piggy races were perfect.
it's probably better if you find someone else, because if one person doesn't like the way I'm doing it, there's probably more than just that
Well,
one
Carol, let me
person.
ask you, what would it cost if we just hired, like, just paid for the pig races? What does that cost?
I don't rent those out. I don't rent those out.
Okay, so are we looking for games for the little people?
Yeah.
That's simple,
That's who's
so
more important to me
so
than the little kids.
I have, I mean, tell me if I'm just going too cheap, but like a kiddie pool, this is what it used to be at the kids' picnics. A kiddie pool with all those little ducks, it had numbers, the numbers corresponded with the toy, the styrofoam tree with the lollipops in it, you pull it and it's got the color. That was my vision when I first started. And then the first meeting I came to, everything was just getting, in my opinion, like way past what I had
Well,
thought. I
that's the
thought
thing,
like,
is we had to get all those ducks, we gotta get all those suckers. I mean, it all adds up.
right,
And then
but
somebody has to put it all on, but.
I have all the ducks, I
She's
got the
gonna
little
have it
pond,
all.
we were doing everything. But, you know, it's not good, I can see where this is going.
So what we can do is, I mean, I will help with games. I've got the pool already, I've got 3 pools, we can do more than one. We'll order the docks out of the budget, you know, in a big, huge bag. The lollipops from Sam's, we'll buy the styrofoam tree. I will take care of all the little people's games.
Okay. As long
All
as
right,
somebody
and
else
I'll-
is doing it, cause I can't.
No, you've got enough, and I will go and get the prizes, but they're not gonna be monumental, huge prizes, they're little people, okay? You can satisfy them very simple. We'll probably have to figure out, and maybe Carol has a good idea of the age level that we wanna stop the games at, you know? So, you know, a 7-year-old or a 9-year-old may not wanna do that.
I'll bring
but-
the 4 adult games that I have, and she can handle the little children
Okay.
stuff.
Okay, we'll get some chalk and we'll make
That
some
works perfect
hopscotch,
for me.
you know, do
There's
some.
another committee meeting on the 15th of
The 15th.
July.
Oh, yes, we can talk more about it, yeah, and not,
Yeah, you know, I was just distressed on this price when I originally disengaged for other reasons too, but getting the keychains and stickers, and it just didn't seem like it was something we should do. But getting those bags, I'm still for the bags. I hope everybody here doesn't have an issue with those bags. But I would like your company to give them an opportunity, tell them to give us a sample.
I do agree with Carol, because I've run committees and I've done the bags too, Carol, and they say, I bring something in and they're like, oh, those are just like ours. But then you order, I only fell for it like you did one time. And I realized, so you just tell them, can we have a sample of the bag? If they say no, say, without a sample, the board will not approve the purchase. And that should be enough for them to hand over.
See,
If
and
not,
this actually
then we don't want to deal with
frees
them.
me up to have a nice day. So I can actually,
Can we actually, could you two both be at the meeting on July 15th and discuss it
I'm in all
there?
the meetings, yeah.
That should go.
And just discuss them there and.
I do would like to take a survey of everyone here though, if you just want bags, you want other junk, just to see, raise your hand. You want bags? Thanks. Okay. And let's put on a board, you
Oh, we
rather not
already-
give out
we
bags?
already-
Come on, put your hand up for bags.
We were done.
And we gotta vote for that, right?
Yeah,
Right.
majority wants back, that's
Okay.
great, because they need things that Nadine, you gotta do that. Nadine, they may not want their soda open right away, so like you said.
And they're nice if we have leftovers, which I do not think we're gonna have any bags left over. But they're nice to give out to our residents.
Yes, yes.
So.
This would be a great conversation for the July.
Okay.
All right, well,
Yes, you are
that was
correct.
the main thing that we needed to know, because, like I said, I didn't wanna make the decision myself.
And
so.
thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you,
A
Ann.
million, a
Thank
million.
you, Ann.
Great job.
Yeah,
And
all right.
thank you for your meetings, they're very helpful.
Okay.
15th or 19th,
You got me on the hook. What?
15th or 19th, July 15th.
Citizens' comments?
I'll email you.
You ain't done.
I got it.
Oh.
Oh, dang, no, just kidding.
Mr. Hain?
You guys got this tentative agenda in front of you? Read the last sentences on the bottom. Why wasn't that followed?
I apologize for my part of that, but we got carried
I
away.
want to know why it wasn't followed.
Are we talking about the
It's
picnic?
Robert's Rules of Order. I've got a question for her too, before
For
she
me?
leaves. Anyhow, Mr. Mayor,
Yes, sir.
two things. Number one, when are you gonna stream? And when are you gonna have audio here that people can hear if there's a large crowd? I wanna know that. I've got two other things.
Come up with a policy, remember?
No.
When did I ask for this? Is it impossible to do?
I would very much like the board to allow me to look into getting a speaker system.
How long you been looking into it?
I need board approval to do it. And before I can
Okay,
take it
board, when you gonna approve it?
online, Paul said he would create.
Let's get it approved, let's get it going.
That's on Paul's.
We're waiting for the law attorney, is what she's
I
saying.
didn't
Well,
even hear your
How
first
long, till
couple
hell freezes
sentences.
over?
That I don't know.
Teresa, what do you need here? Are you waiting for Paul to do something, or are you waiting for the board to do something?
The obligation of putting it online, on Facebook.
Online, okay, we don't have Facebook, but online, like through YouTube, I need Paul. I would very much like the board to consider allowing for speaker systems and microphones in this room.
Okay, I have a motion. We do just what Teresa wants to do here with getting.
Are we talking
the,
about going
the-
out for a bid?
Yeah,
Or not bid?
I
pricing?
suggested this the last meeting, by the way.
I second.
Mike, you got a motion? What?
Gonna resort.
Okay, it's obvious, this room is too big for people sitting back here discussing. And what we need is, as I said last meeting, we've got all kinds of, the society now has all kinds of, wireless speakers, right? We need a speaker in the corner, we need a speaker up here,
Yes.
perhaps over here, so that when we're in the accommodating, microphones and so forth.
Right.
If everyone would have a microphone that would only operate when we press it or something.
Bingo.
Also,
I believe we've already voted on it and approved it.
You know,
Did we not?
I was just gonna say, I know that we have, but we had to wait for something that Paul was doing.
That was the
well,
broadcast.
that's for
Yeah,
you.
and then something happened with this owl,
Right.
where we delayed another month, and it still didn't get done. You know, and he's right.
Well, I have a motion to take care of this part of it anyway.
Speaker part, go ahead.
Yeah, what,
Go
to
forward.
buy, to look into buying speakers and the whatever is associated, equipment.
Perfect.
Tammy second.
On a spreadsheet.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
I oppose. I want you to go out and find prices.
Right, that's what the motion is, I think, right?
Just want to make sure it's clear.
Okay, because that's the only thing I
It's the
seconded.
meeting minutes, because we have a habit of people
Yes, we
spending
do.
money without board approval.
Yes,
So,
Find the prices, bring it to the board.
yes,
correct.
and the
Add that to my,
and the
Okay,
specs.
perfect. At the next meeting.
Good.
Have a-
Thank you for that.
Okay, I got some more.
Go ahead.
This is for Derek, but you can pass it to him. Do we have an assessment by street of the conditions of our roads in the city?
The last street study that was done was a city incorporated for the replacement of the streets, which we've done. We have not gone out to categorize it by number, because there's a rating number that you can do. Last time you hired a consultant to go out and do that, because it is tedious to do and time consuming. But we can just follow the street improvements we've done and know that we have to go back to street number 1, number 2, number 3, and determine if you want to do full replacement again.
I guess what I'm asking is this written somewhere where I can read it?
Yes, well, the original street study is there, but we did not follow the sequence of
What was the
streets.
date of the street study?
The date was 98, yeah.
30 years ago, 20?
Yes. It was done by a consultant.
Okay, my suggestion to the board is you get on that and have that looked at, so you know what the hell's going on with the streets. Okay? I hate to talk like this, but
Well, I think the
On your-
update comes
on
with
the
the
cell phone.
replacing.
on the cell phone, was that the treasurer's report?
The cell phone,
What was that? Yours?
Oh, Anna.
yeah, she's our accountant.
When's that gonna be written up so you can read it?
What do you mean by written up?
Your answer.
Hard copy,
On the treasurer.
off your cell phone into hard copy.
I mean, she provided it to the Board of Aldermen. Would you like a copy of the memo?
I'd like a copy of what was on that cell phone.
It's not
It's all
available by
recorded.
cell phone except I'm recording it.
Yeah, it's all
Well,
recorded.
I'm not trying to hold your feet to the fire, I'm just
Okay.
asking. So, we'll move on from one other thing.
Okay.
And this is gonna be really controversial. I wanna know why the Green Park police car is parked on a lot for over an hour in Afton on a church lot. I wanna know why and when. What you people need to find out here is how much time your contracted police are spending in your city. And if you can't get that, then you gotta think in other ways to solve the problem. I don't know
What-
why that
what
car was
church?
there, it was with another car.
I'm just saying, what church and when?
Yeah, it's a church on the top of the hill up by the fire department. I don't know what the name of it is. It was parked on the back part of the lot. I was at Fred's service, I know the guy, and I watched, and it wasn't just one time.
Okay.
It was more than one. I wonder why. Why is it? Why aren't you parked here?
I don't know, that's why I'm asking what day it was, who it was.
I want you to look that up.
Okay,
That's
what
not
day
my
was it?
problem.
Okay.
Well, I made your heads hurt, but that's the way it is.
The reason that I ask is because Sunday I was doing secondary, when you mentioned
I don't
church,
know.
that's why I was saying.
I almost walked over with my cell phone and took a picture of it.
Okay.
But I decided not to.
Okay, the reason why I'm
Because I didn't
asking,
wanna
because I
get
was working
arrested.
secondary at Twins Church on Sunday, on the day that I'm not working here. So therefore, you might see a Green Park car, so I don't know, that's why I'm asking you.
What you need to do, I'm gonna repeat this. What you need to do, if it's gotta be a log, and this was blown off one time with the captain, you need a log here in the city of when the policemen are in the city, when they arrive, when they leave, and why. The only reason I'm saying that is, I guess this boils down to military. We had to keep a log so we knew what was going on from shift to shift. We had to brief the shift that was coming on, and they had to have a log they could read what activity there was. Because without that, in the situation I was in, you could get a lot of people killed.
Anybody else? Citizens comments?
Sorry, I ruined the evening for you.
I have something if I can add. To the conversation of streets, the goal was by the city to complete all the streets before they start back up on the residential streets. We've upgraded the subgrade and the pavement in the hopes to get extra life out of the pavement. I know the streets are starting to deteriorate, the original ones, and last year and this year, the discussion was, do we want to go back to Green Park Commerce or do we want to start on residential? We're starting to do a little bit of maintenance on the original streets with potholes, maybe more cracked pavement. We're trying to limp it along a little bit and try to get the rest of the commercial streets done, industrial streets, before we jump in. I'm still at Green Park Commerce for another 4 to 5 years. We've got Lynn's Ferry, and those are the last ones to be done. I was hoping to knock it out before 30 years, but here we are, 30 years. So if the streets, and then I asked some of the aldermen to please give me a list of street maintenance. As you're walking the streets or driving home, drive your areas to see if you have any cracked pavement, any potholes, any box outs, any sidewalks that need to be replaced. We would like that list now if you could come up with it. And then if you're walking to get your steps in, that's a great way to meet the neighbors, your constituents, and also maybe come up with a list. We would appreciate that from you.
Just because I sat down, I didn't yield the floor, okay? He said exactly what I'm talking about. The streets are deteriorating, and you need to know where they're at, what wards they're in, and what the approach to handling it is gonna be. And without an assessment of that, you're probably gonna have to spend some money on that, unless Derek will do it for nothing. I don't think so.
I do a lot of things for Green Park after all these years. But yes, we do not have a current rating system for the new pavement, which is 30 years old. Fred's correct.
I did, last meeting, I said that at the top of Acton,
That's the other one. I mean, so we have three.
that we have problems
We've got three
there that need to
locations.
be taken care of.
So we would love to get more information from all the aldermen. They can give us a list.
Yeah, we're gonna head out this week.
Get your steps in and drive slow, and if you see something, we need an address and a little description would be perfect.
That's up to you.
If you have a picture with your phone, pass it on, please.
Can everybody do that by July? By the July meeting?
Yes.
And we typically give the contractor who does the street replacement, at the end of the contract, October, November, or something, like December is when we say, just, here's the list, give me a bid, and go out and complete this list.
I'm not yielding yet. I have one other comment. If anybody sitting here thinks what I'm talking about is humorous, you ain't seen anybody bring heat like me next time.
I like moment, may I?
Sure.
Certainly.
Mr. Hain, in regards to the 3-minute rule,
I can, yes,
in regards to the 3-minute rule,
yes.
I allowed Ann to become a discussion item on the agenda.
What are you saying, you discriminate against me?
No, I'm not. I am
Okay.
explaining why Ann was allowed to continue after 3 minutes. Is she needed an answer from the board.
Well, I appreciate the time you gave me,
You're welcome.
okay?
Earlier in the meeting, we had a discussion of mayor's comments. Does anybody else have any miscellaneous issues? Anyone? I'm gonna read a statement that I wrote. After much thought and reflection, I'm announcing my resignation as mayor of Green Park effective after the conclusion of tonight's meeting. Serving this community for the past 18 years as both the alderman and your mayor has been one of the greatest pleasures and honors of my life. I'm proud of the work we've done together and grateful for the trust so many of the citizens have placed in me and on the board. Unfortunately, the ongoing tension and strife between myself, the board, and the new administration have made it increasingly difficult to serve effectively. I believe in working together for the good of the city, but that's become unworkable in the current environment. So rather than continue and have there be conflict, I'm choosing to step aside so Green Park can move forward. I remain committed to the community and not moving anywhere, and wish nothing but the best for its future. Thank you for your cooperation and your... That's it.
I do
Okay.
not accept your resignation.
You don't have to. Okay, next item of business?
What, do you want that in the minutes?
Yes.
I'm just making sure you laughed out the
I
word.
personally do not accept it. Not that I have a choice, but let it be on record.
Okay, that's what I was clarifying.
Okay, next item of business is the adjournment.
Motion to adjourn.
Second?
Second.
Anybody else have miscellaneous?
I asked that before I... Okay. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? The motion passes. The meeting is closed at 8:06.